Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where we are currently finding ourselves in need of quite a number of components, and not necessarily new mechs per se. I mean, we do have the Awesome here, and we do have the Hector. Neither of these are really good to go, and we can't really make them good to go with what we have right now. So we do need to tick forward a little bit here, and I think we have to take this financial report, which is a little bit unfortunate, but we're just going to go ahead and do that for now.
Got a new financial report for you, Commander.
And then we're going to get our repairs, and we're going to start prioritizing, not necessarily looking for bigger mechs, so much as components at this point. That's what we need more than anything. So let's hop into the barracks.
Yes, boss. Standing by.
Do a little bit of mech warrior training here. And let's see, Chronic Toast can grab a point of piloting, that's fine. Anything else here?
Yes, Commander.
Yeah, there we go. Any others? Oh, that looks good. Okay, anything that we need to do in the mech bay quick? No? Okay. So it's just the Awesome and the Hector that really need something to be done, but we just don't have the equipment that we need to put on there. So we're going to call that good for right now, and we are just going to go ahead and deploy on something with fairly high salvage, but that is somewhat simple to do. Something like this defend base mission. Run it like 521, something like this, and there we go. We're not going to run Chronic Toast, but we are going to bring the Hunchy, and we need a Centurion pilot and a Hunchback pilot. So here's a Hunchback pilot, and Savarok, do you have any Centurion? No. Okay. We'll just go ahead and put Brother in there for now. That'll do. Excellent. So let's go ahead and do this. This should be absolutely no problem, and we're here for two primary purposes. One, we need to put together some money so that we can get those mechs online. And two, we need to get some components so that we can get those mechs online. Specifically, we're looking for things like double or clan heat sinks. We are looking for double or clan heatsink kits. We have the engines that we need. I think we have the ferrofibrous armor and the endosteel structure that we would potentially need for those. And I think we mostly have the weapon systems that we'd be interested in for them as well. But mostly what we need right now is heatsink kits. If we can get engine heatsink plus 2s, that would be amazing. I think engine heatsinks plus 3 would probably be a little spicy. Potentially XL engines, but that's really more of a cash issue than it is a parts issue. But we need to defend the Karitan maintenance base. Our VTOL factory on Cimarron is under threat because of rumors that we're developing a new military airframe. This gossip has reached certain parties who may send spies and saboteurs. We've arranged for a garrison force to be moved into place, but we need mercenaries to protect the factory until our forces arrive. There are no static weapon emplacements on this facility, and I couldn't pin their negotiator down on whether any of the VTOL assets on site are going to be of any use. Okay, so we should just assume that they're not, but that's okay.
Command interface initiated.
Okay, we're going to defend this factory. Wait a second. Darius? Darius. Oh, okay, I see what he was talking about. No turrets, but if we can escort these guys in, then the VTOLs will spawn. I see. Okay, so it looks like the enemies are down on this ridge or in this lake, one or the other. Spawning somewhere up here might be non-terrible. It looks like there's nobody out here. So I think we take up a position over here, and we head out to this ridge. Let's do this. Oh, I'm actually concerned about this. I noticed that right after I clicked on it. Luckily, that is a salamander, so it's not a big deal if we have issues there. So we do see two vehicles and two mechs over here. We don't really have any information on them just yet. We're going to reserve. We'll let this guy move. Looks like, what, a Centurion? And we do have some allied VTOLs.
Awaiting orders.
Oh, neutral turn. Okay. Yeah, the Mantis moves over. So these guys are neutral until we get escorted in, I guess. Okay, so who do we have moving first?
Aye, aye.
That would be this Centurion. This is our long-range Centurion. We can get a direct LOS, and we're going to do so. We're going to position out over here, and it is going to be probably this guy that our hit odds are best on, right? Because these guys should have their 6 evasive from dropping in. Yes. So we're going to fire on this lad out here, only in X1 mode. Not a ton of damage, but we don't expect a ton of damage at this time. Okay, so our VTOLs are now on our side, rather than being neutral.
Waiting on you, Commander.
That's very convenient. And our Wolverine here, with the binary laser, is going to head out over here. We're going to fire again on this guy, unless we want a stray shot, but I think we're going to fire on this guy. Not firing the ER mediums because of heat and range.
Firing on target.
The binary laser missed. We're not shocked by this.
Receiving you.
In this round 1, this is all very expected. We're also going to move up to here.
Let's move.
I don't think it's going to be worth firing with the Midran Centurion, though, in all honesty. The Centurion is not stuck, and is going to sprint to here.
Roger. Full speed.
And with that, we're going to fire the large X-Pulse at whoever our hit odds are best on, and I do think it'll be the guy who's moved. Yeah, we're not going to... Actually, I changed my mind. We're going to fire the Arrow 4s out this way. We don't care about hitting them, we just want to do splash damage to their clustered units. That was nice. We're okay with that.
Commander.
The Chameleon is going to sprint in over this way. We want to get aggressive with it.
Double time. Let's go.
And we're going to fire on this guy. We're probably not going to hit, but... yeah, absolutely nothing there. That is fairly expected.
Hey.
Our Battle Master is going to sprint up over this way. We do actually get LOS here, which is slightly surprising. I think we're going to not fire the UAC-10 and only the large improved heavy laser. Hit odds aren't great, so it's probably just heat. Yep, just heat. As expected.
Should've known I did.
Oh, I did know you'd miss. Okay, they're firing on that yellow jacket and getting a whole lot of nothing.
Standing by.
So our Orion is just going to move up over here, and hit odds are going to be mediocre at best. 23% there. Yeah, we'll fire on this guy.
Locking in all weapons.
Okay, 27 damage to that Centurion. That'll do. So the light carrier moves. It stays pretty stacked up, in all honesty. I don't like those infernal rounds. I'll be honest. I'm very not a fan of that right now.
I'm receiving you.
So this Hunchback is just going to step forward for the time being, and we're going to launch nothing. These hit odds are too bad. We'll wait till next round. The Yellow Jacket backs off. Does not hit. Fires on this mech, though. We'll see what the mech decides to do. Okay, that's fair enough. I was hoping that it would stack in with these vehicles, maybe sit like right here, but no. Of course it's not going to do that. That would be asking for way too much. The Trident moves up and attacks a bit, but doesn't really get much done. Okay, so this fire is going to be a problem.
Yes, Commander.
Luckily, it's only going to last a single round. We're going to get aggressive with this Chameleon, as I said, and we're going to move into about here. This Enforcer 3 has a lot of armor that I think it probably no longer needs. So we're going to remove it. This is a service we provide. Excellent. The Ripper moves up. Lights him on fire a bit. Okay, thermobaric explosion there.
I hear ya.
The Wolverine is going to move on forward. And let's see, it was our dual snub-nose Wolverine. That was the one that was destroyed, right? Yeah, that role is going to be filled by the Awesome now, I think. But for right now, we're just going to fire on this Goblin. Once again, our armor removal service is requested. And we're more than happy to oblige. Fantastic. The Mantis moves up, fires on that Enforcer. Gets a couple of small laser hits there, I guess.
Standing by.
This is our long-range Centurion. We're just going to park out over here. Yeah, we're going to move through the fire. And we're going to fire on that Centurion. Solid hits there.
Reporting critical hit.
Very solid hits. Excellent. Our friend the Mantis moves up, also hits that Enforcer. Phase 19, the Centurion moves next. We'll see what his goal is. There's been a lot of fires started out here. He moves into the water. Misses everything. He's also running Mask, but he didn't move very far there. Only 3 evasive, with Mask. Interesting. The Enforcer 3 is going to fire on the Yellow Jacket. It does get its autocannon hit, but no laser hit to follow up. Okay, our Hunchy is going to step forward, and let's check hit odds here. Oh, look at that. They clustered up nicely. 14.2. Definitely the Centurion in Listen Kill. Light him up. Nice armor removal. Okay, the mortar carrier backs off, goes for the Swift Wind. So we weren't, unfortunately, able to take advantage of that cluster just yet. Although, if the Salamander moves now, it doesn't. It moves next round. Okay. The Battle Master is going to sprint out of this fire. There are flames on the way, this is true. And we're not really going to be able to do much for firing here. In fact, we can do no firing.
Watch the heat.
Indeed. That was always going to be an issue.
Orders.
The Orion is going to stay put, and we're going to fire on this Centurion. We're not going to fire our ER larges, just the Gauss. That was a reasonable hit there. We'll take it.
Commander.
The Salamander is, at this point, going to drop Arrow 4s over here. Now, this is going to generate a whole lot of heat. So we're actually only going to drop the single Arrow 4 here.
Firing.
Solid hit there.
Getting hot in here.
Fantastic. Our Midran Centurion is going to close in here, and we're going to see what our best hit odds are. We can shoot at everything here. It's probably going to be that Centurion, though. Yeah, it is definitely the Centurion. We're not going to fire precision rounds here. That Centurion not doing so well. It is now unsteady, and it's going to be the Goblin that moves. Moves through the fire, takes some structure damage there, and then fires on the Ripper and misses all of its SRMs. I like it. Phase 13, the Trident moves up, goes for the Centurion. That's a big hit. Somebody didn't choose Bandit for their pilot. It's because it's a cadet, but... Ooh, that's a decent Gauss hit. A knockdown on that Enforcer. We'll take that. Very solid. Okay. At this point, the Chameleon is absolutely going to move in, and we are going to melee this Centurion. I would prefer from the side arc, but there isn't a side arc here. So this one will have to do. We're going to get in there. I should have used high explosive ammo on the machine guns. Oh well. Good enough. That was a rack rather than a rotary rifle.
What can I do for you?
Interesting. The Wolverine is going to step forward here, and we are checking hit odds. Obviously the Enforcer. And I think, just due to heat, we kind of can't fire the binary laser here. I don't like it. The binary laser is basically a guaranteed kill, but we're pretty likely to get a kill here anyway. Yeah, there we go. We only crit the double heatsink kit there. That's solid. That means that that's in the loot table, and I'm very happy about that. We're going to move up with the Centurion, and I think fire on this Goblin. What side are we on here? Strong side. We're actually going to fire on the mortar carrier. It's a structure exposure. The Swiftwind moves up. Of course, it's a Swiftwind, so it can't do anything else. The Ripper moves in, fires on that mortar carrier. And that's a vehicle destruction. Fantastic. That's very, very good.
Ready for orders.
Our Orion is, at this point, going to fire on the Goblin.
Taking the shot.
It's a good amount of damage there, but we didn't penetrate the armor.
Yes, Commander.
Our long-range Centurion is going to position
Commander.
perhaps up here where we have direct
On my
LOS.
way.
Yeah, straight into this side that was weakened dramatically by that Gauss shot. Light him up.
Roger that. Come on, people. Let's
Pilot
make it
ejection.
happen. I'm here.
Okay, at this point, the Battlemaster is going to sprint over this way and sink heat. The fires over here have been put out, so that's wonderful. And we are going to move our Hunchy up over this way and sink heat.
Waiting for
The Salamander is going to head over this way and sink heat. I'm expecting that they come from the other side here.
Got eyes on hostile reinforcements.
Oh, I hear them off to the right. Over here as well. Potentially some up over this way. Maybe not. Hornet, a Clint, a Spider, and a Stealth. That's not very scary. Any others anywhere around? I am expecting a second Lance. Not that we see. I mean, this isn't that difficult of a mission, I suppose. So we're going to have the Chameleon turn around, and as soon as we've calculated where we can sprint... that's calculating. Okay. There we go. We're going to sprint to here.
Roger.
Are we out of combat? No, we are not. Okay.
I hear you.
So the Wolverine is... Oh. There is a Lance up over here. Okay. Azula, Toro, Gladiator, Centurion. This is a slightly more threatening Lance. We're going to take the Wolverine out over here.
Commander, moving out.
15%, 17. I don't expect much on round 1 here. Honestly, I think we're going to sink heat on the Wolverine.
Aye, aye.
This Centurion is going to engage down over here. Decent stray shot odds. Unfortunately, we're jammed on the Ultra AC5. Let's just go ahead and fire on that Clint.
Affirmative.
Okay, we got a little bit of damage in there. That's fine. The AC5 is unjammed. The Ripper moves up, attacks the Azula. We don't expect much out of that. Okay, so next up is our Orion. The Orion is actually going to turn and attack over here too. I want to wipe out this Lance quickly and then turn on this one while keeping them distracted, is the overall plan here. Although I probably should have waited for these guys to move.
Got it.
I was hoping for stray shots there. No such luck. Okay. Those 6 evasive pips being tough there.
Yes, Commander.
Okay, the J Centurion is already in position to engage these guys, so we're going to move up.
On my way, double time.
Looks like the vehicles are also coming up over here, which is convenient for us. We'll allow it. Gladiator steps down. Fires on that structure. That's okay for now. Swiftwind moves up.
Orders?
Okay, the Hunchback is also going to position down over here. And we're going to fire with, I think Artemis ammo is going to be our best bet. 29%. We'll take it. We will take it.
Got it, Commander.
Light up that clip. That's good damage. I'm happy about that.
Reporting a slow roasting pilot here.
I'm okay with that too. The Azula MBT is not taking damage. We're not shocked by this. Okay, so next up is going to be our Salamander, who is also going to turn down this way. And we're going to also fire on the Clint. What are our hit odds in direct fire mode? 70%. That's surprisingly good. Take those. That's really solid. We just did a lot of damage to those guys.
Hey.
The Battlemaster is going to turn around. Yes, we are exposing rear arcs
Okay,
to some of
let's
these.
go.
We're hoping that they're going to be more concerned with these guys up here. So we're going to turn around and fire on that Clint. He's certainly the one we want to target here. And this is fine. Go ahead and do it.
It's my turn.
Wow, we actually hit all of those? That was like 15% chance.
Maybe things are looking
Each. That was very successful. The Yellow Jacket moves up, goes for the Gladiator, gets a solid hit there with the Gauss. 75 damage into that. We'll take it. The Toro is going to fire on what? Nothing? Nothing. Hornet backs off, fires on the Trident. We don't care. Trident moves up, fires on the Gladiator, does no damage. Okay. And now they move 4 times. Okay. They stray shot a helicopter there and shot it down. A little bit unfortunate for us, but that's okay. We don't necessarily care about that. The Azula moves up, goes for the Mantis. It doesn't quite get a shoot down, but it's very close. The Stealth moves in. They're mostly jockeying for position right now. Nothing too dangerous. Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
What can I do for
At
you?
this point, the Wolverine. We're going to position it here in the water, and we're going to fire on the Centurion or the Toro. The answer is the Centurion. We do fire the binary laser in the water, we'll be fine.
Firing everything I
Oh, that binary laser looked like it hit, but it didn't. Oof. We did get a head hit anyway, so that's good. The Chameleon is also going to sprint up over this way as close as it can. It looks like this is the only place where we can actually shoot from. We're going to shoot at the Gladiator. 50 armor removed. Fantastic. We're happy about that.
Standing by.
Our long-range Centurion is mostly staying put here. We're going to go for the Clint, and this is a very likely kill. Yes, the Clint is down.
Target eliminated.
Fantastic. Next up, the Orion is pretty much going to stay put as well. And we're going to fire on 54, 66. We're going to fire on the Stealth. And we accept this overheat.
Here it comes.
That was solid right there.
Over the red line.
That was very solid. We can now fish for crits in that center torso. The Mantis moves up, fires on the Gladiator, gets some solid damage in there. That's a structure exposure.
Commander?
Our J Centurion is going to close in as much as possible. We're trying to get very aggressive here.
On the move.
And because there's a structure exposure in this Gladiator here, we're going to fish for crits. We didn't get a lot there, but it was okay. Spider moves up. Fires on a building, but does nothing. Gets no hits. Okay, sounds good to me. The Gladiator backs off and braces. Okay, fair enough. Didn't like the beating he was getting. Who else moves phase 18? Not anybody up here. It's the Stealth. He fires on the Centurion, and we didn't move the Centurion. We only fired. So he gets 2 medium laser hits in there. That's okay. We don't mind that. Okay, the Salamander. These guys are very spread out over here. Are these guys? Honestly, they're kind of clumped up over here. So we're going to position like so with the Salamander. We're going to fire in indirect mode, and we're going to fire at this Toro. It is centrally located. Light him up. That was solid hits there. Good armor reduction. Swiftwind moves up. We're okay with this.
Yes, Commander.
Our Hunchback is the one that is going to be fishing for crits in the Stealth. This would be an overheat here. So we're going to... Yikes. Okay. These fires are rough. These fires are very rough, actually. Would this be in fire? No. We're going to actually step forward here and then fire on the Stealth. And we're just looking for heat reduction mostly. We'll fish for a couple crits then. We did get some internal damage, but no crits. Okay, that's fine. More armor reduction on that gladiator from our friend the helicopter. The Mantis specifically. Wonderful.
No.
The Battlemaster is, of course, in the fire, and we're not okay with that. Okay, so hit odds are very mediocre on that spider, but I think we're going to pot shot it like this. This would be an overheat. That's okay.
If you say so.
Okay, just a little bit of damage into that spider.
Heat's affecting my performance.
Oh, you're fine. Yellow Jacket firing on the Toro and missing with the Gauss. Most unfortunate. Phase 15. Who do they move? Not anybody down here. It's somebody up over here. Oh, that's going to be a shoot down. That Mantis is... Oh, wow, the Mantis survived. I'm actually shocked. The Azula firing on the Trident. We don't care about that. The Trident moves up, fires on the Gladiator, only gets 6 damage. And the Hornet moves in and doesn't fire. Okay, phase 9, the Centurion fires on the Swiftwind and misses. I like it.
Waiting on you, Commander.
So the Wolverine is going to continue to press on up here.
Going turbo.
What are our best hit odds? That is the Azula. Okay.
This should be good.
We do not hit with the binary laser again. But we get a few hits in with the MRMs.
Standing by.
That's nice. And the Chameleon is going to push in over here.
Going full throttle.
And we're going to fire on the Gladiator, actually.
Locked on.
No hits there, unfortunate.
No luck.
However, the Orion is in a position to fire on that stealth. Of course, we can't fire one of our ER larges. Ooh, we missed both of them. 54% chance on both, but I guess after we had a 15% chance on all three and all three hit, I guess that's what we deserve. Fair enough. The Mantis moves up, fires on the Centurion, gets 32 damage in there. Not bad.
Yes, Commander.
The long-range Centurion is going to continue to fish for stealth, or for crits rather, in the stealth.
Firm.
And that's some crits right there. One dead
That's
stealth.
still.
Commander.
Fantastic. This Hunchy is in the fire again. We're going to move out of the fire.
Away.
And we're going to fire on this Hornet. I would actually love to overheat here. I think this is worth it. This Hornet is pretty dead.
I think I hit something good.
I
got the heat spiking here.
Our missiles really spread out really wide there, unfortunately. But that Hornet is still pretty dead. There's no doubt about it. He fires back on the Hunchy, but not much he can do in retaliation to that. We're fine. Hornet is very close to dead, but it didn't quite die. Ooh, was that a stray shot into the Gladiator with the Gauss? I think that was. And if so, I like it. Oh, and they missed the Mantis again. 3 times. That's very solid.
How's it going?
That's quite a lot more damage that we don't have to take. So we're going to sprint in with our Midran Centurion here. And we're going to fire on... Honestly, these are all kind of bad odds. We're going to fire on the Gladiator and hope to get some strays. That was a lot of internal damage there.
Score. Critical hit.
Okay. When do we move the Salamander? I'm unclear. Is it... It's 15. Okay, we move the Salamander next, but I think the Azula moves now. It does. So they can get out of this structure that they have here. Let's see what they decide to do with it. The Salamander That's not a good place to put it. And they failed to shoot down the Mantis again. Wow. Okay. The Salamander moves now. And this continues to be a fantastic target. The Toro here. Can we fire this direct? No. Do we care about this overheat? No.
Here we go.
Okay. That's a whole lot of damage into those three.
Heat damage.
The Battlemaster is going to continue to head over this way.
There.
Now, we are running very hot on the Battlemaster. There's no doubt about that. We're going to fire on this Spider, and this will sink just a little bit of heat.
Okay.
I was hoping that we'd get a hit in there, but I'm not surprised that we missed all of those.
Of course, I missed.
I was hoping that we'd get something, but nope. The Spider is going to move now, and that's okay. It can do that. Honestly, a Battlemaster is not exactly the mech to take out a Spider, if I'm honest. Although if the Battlemaster gets in close, and the Spider stops moving... Oh, this is bold! He actually manages to get the charge.
Okay, you could cut it.
And basically destroys himself with it.
Oh.
And ejects. Barely doing any damage to the Battlemaster. Well, that was interesting. Definitely not the route I would have taken with that Spider, but... he barely did any damage to the Battlemaster. That Centurion really doesn't like that Swiftwind. Okay.
Ready for orders.
So at this point, the Chameleon is going to move in over here. This is rear arc on their Centurion. And we're going to take that with the armor-piercing ammo.
Putting one in the back.
We spread out those shots quite a lot, unfortunately, but it's fine, I guess. We can get into rear arc with the Wolverine as well here. I'm just checking. Yes! Rear arc in water.
No shooting.
Nice. This is likely a kill on this Centurion.
Commencing Alpha Strike.
Okay, not exactly a kill,
I shoot you, you'll take it and like
but
it.
certainly a lot of rear arc damage there. He has very little left in the rear arc. Sadly, we did hit that arm, but it's okay. Now, the Centurion could also head up there, but we're going to send the Centurion down over here to finish off that Hornet.
Targeting for
I don't want that Hornet to exist anymore. There we go. Fantastic.
Tango down.
So this entire lance down here is gone. The Toro moves back, fires on the Swiftwind, and is completely irrelevant. But honestly, they're still in that structure that they were previously. The Orion can position over here, and we still have rear arc on the Centurion. Take it. That was a lot of armor damage there. The Azula moves up. It's still in its bad formation, though. It's still too clustered together. And our Salamander moves right now. We go once again for the Toro. Now, we only have the one standard ammo left. So we have to do one standard ammo and one guided ammo. Which is unfortunate. I'm actually not going to fire the guided so that we sink some heat. Just the one standard ammo.
Confirmed.
Solid.
Reporting. Critical hit.
Very solid indeed. That Gladiator, very close to dead. And our allied helicopter deciding to go after it. Solid. Gladiator going after the Mantis yet again and still missing. Remarkable.
Waiting for orders.
Our Centurion is going to position here. This is our Midran Centurion, and we're going for the kill on this Centurion.
Firing at enemy.
There we go.
Mech destroyed.
Fantastic.
AC-20 ammo depleted.
So the Swiftwind moves up,
I'm your Spaniard.
and this Hunchy is, at this point, going to sprint up over here This gives us direct LOS. Now, we're running pretty hot, there's no doubt about it. The Toro and the Azula, huh? Honestly, go for the Toro and only fire the one. Okay, that's a torso destruction. Very solid.
Critical hit. I'm taking heat damage.
Oh, you're fine. The Mantis is going to also fire on that Toro and also get internal damage. Another engine primitive crit there. The Trident is going to fire on the Gladiator. More internal damage going in there. And the Gladiator is now unsteady. The Yellow Jacket then fires on the Gladiator, which is unsteady, with that Gauss rifle and does a lot of damage to him.
Here.
Our Battle Master, which was just charged, is going to stand up. It's doing just fine. We just need to get it up.
I'm up,
Then we're going to
but
head on
I'll
over
probably
this way.
just fall down again.
And we're going to fire on probably the Gladiator. Yeah, it's got to be the Gladiator. We'll fire the Ultra AC-10.
Locking in target.
Okay, we did miss, but that's fine.
Missed. Figures.
It does figure, doesn't it? Okay, who do we move next?
Waiting for orders.
Chameleon. Okay. We're going to come in over here and finish off that Gladiator. We're going to use high explosive ammo. This will be a guaranteed kill. There we go.
One left target.
And
Waiting on you, Commander.
we'll now come in over this way, like so. This is, honestly, this is, I think, a guaranteed kill, too. Yes, this is a guaranteed kill.
All weapons are go.
Just because of damage transfer. There was no way that the Toro survived that, so all that is left is the Azula.
Commander.
At this point, this Centurion is going to move up over this way, and we will fire on that Azula. All we can do is fire our LRM, but that's completely fine.
Engaging target.
Good amount of armor shred there.
I'm here.
This Hunchy is going to step up over here,
Rolling.
and I think we're probably only going to fire the single LRM again because of heat.
Firing.
But once again, some armor shred there. The Mantis just runs away.
Ready for order.
Okay. Very awkward indeed. A Centurion can't get into LOS. Sadly. No hit with that Gauss rifle.
Good
And
to go.
our Salamander, all it has at this point is guided ammo. How's our guided going to hit here? 70%? Okay, we're too far away for direct fire, but I think we take 70%
On
odds.
it.
Yep, there we go. Fantastic.
Reporting one left.
Let's get out of here.
Mission successful.
So we know that we got a double heatsink kit. That's something, anyway. I don't know what else we got. We're mostly interested in double heatsinks, clan double heatsinks, and their associated kits. Everything else, not so interested. Okay. We took a little bit of damage, but nothing too major. Honestly, they can have the stealth parts. I accept. That's fine. I don't care about any of these parts. None of them. No mech parts. The AC-10, I don't think I care about. We have one of those. ER large lasers. Heavy rifles are pretty bad. Medium pulse lasers are okay, but we have 7 of them. Generic armor, primitive armor. Beagle probe and C3 units we might come back for. Compact heat sinks. I think we'll skip them. Endosteel structures. We have 3. We don't need to grab any of those. Engine core 240. We have 1. A ballistic accuracy FC... Hang on. Let's... I really don't like that. That goes back to the top. But let's check the ballistic accuracy FCS here. Where was that? Little double heat sinks. The ballistic accuracy FCS. Here we go. We have 3 of those. Indirect FCS. We do have 1. I think we'll grab that. Ferrofibrous armor. We only have the 1. We probably want a second one for the awesome. Double heat sinks will be very good. light ferrofibrous armor is actually really, really bad in heavier mechs. I'm going to skip that one. The reason it's bad is because its armor weight reduction is a percentage. So this is actually... It's less bad in lighter mechs. It's still bad, but it's less bad. Double heatsink kit didn't show up. Double heatsink kit didn't show up. Sad. Very sad indeed. We'll grab the ballistic accuracy FCS. Okay. Well, we'll see how much it's going to cost to repair. We did get a decent chunk of payment out of that. I didn't go through that and sell things. I probably should have. But this episode is wildly over in terms of time, so it is time to put a cut in here, well past time. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and let's see how much Yang thinks this is going to cost to repair. My bet... 133,462. I'm probably wildly wrong. I just made that up. Let's see. Yeah, I was pretty off. Okay. 40,585. And that cut has to go in right now. I will see you all next time.